Welcome! Anger is a common emotion, but an unpleasant feeling, whether it's for the person who's angry or the individual their anger is directed towards. Some people may react with anger because they believe they will get a more desirable outcome from the situation. However, they might fail to acknowledge the negative impact it can have on their life and their relationships with others. Further, persistent and uncontrolled anger predicts the onset of many mental health disorders, such as depression and anxiety. If getting angry just makes that person feel worse about the situation, then it would make sense to find ways to instead feel better about the present circumstances rather than getting angry about it. This is possible to do. So let's look at some effective ways on how someone can gain more control over their anger. It's helpful to remember that even if you've reached your maximum level of anger, it still doesn't change the outcome of an event that has already occurred. So instead, you might tell yourself something like, "I need to stop thinking this way. It will only make the situation worse." When one's anger is under control, it typically means that person responds in a way that is patient, calm, tolerant, and understanding. In order to accomplish this, people must first be able to recognize when they start to get angry. Anger is an easily recognizable emotion in others, but not always so easy to identify in ourselves once we've become angry. So, how do you know when you're angry? What thoughts do you notice pop up? What changes occur in your body? Also, what was the event that triggered this reaction? Some people might black out from rage, without being able to identify the changes that are occurring within themselves. But once people are able to recognize these signs, it makes it much easier to use an intervention to reduce the anger before it gets out of control. Intensity of one's anger tends to be directly related with their self-esteem. That is, people with low self-esteem tend to become angrier more quickly than those with high self-esteem. When responding to an anger-inducing situation, assertiveness skills can help improve communication. When someone's assertive, they express their thoughts and emotions in a way that is confident and respectful rather than aggressive. The purpose is for the other person to actually hear what you're trying to communicate rather than tune you out. Raising your voice and yelling louder doesn't actually make people listen better. Rather, using statements that start with I instead of you without raising your voice helps convey your current thoughts and emotions more clearly and gets your point across much more efficiently. Using the word you places blame on the other person or makes them feel like they're being verbally attacked, leading them to become defensive or emotionally shut down. If this happens, the situation doesn't improve. Neuroticism has been the one personality trait shown to have a strong correlation with anger. Those high in neuroticism are characterized as having more instability with controlling their emotions, are more likely to be irritable, and struggle to deal with even mildly stressful situations. Once someone recognizes when they become angry, there are a few ways that they can effectively manage their anger in frustrating situations. One strategy is thought stopping. This can involve literally saying the word stop in your mind or thinking of a big red stop sign, as it helps to block that angry thought. Another thought-stopping technique is to stop whatever you're doing, move away from the current setting, and go to another room or location. Something as simple as changing the environment can help reduce those angry thoughts in the moment. People can do other things, such as snapping their fingers, or wear an elastic rubber band around their finger and transfer it to another finger once their anger starts to rise. These techniques are used to redirect their attention to something other than their anger. People can also replace the angry thought with something they find much more relaxing or pleasant, which prevents their anger from peaking. As people progress in mastering these skills, they can then practice using alternative thoughts. Are your current thoughts about the situation accurate and rational? Are there other possible explanations for what is currently going on that has you upset? Is getting angry the best response right now, or is there a better way to react? Oftentimes, anger doesn't make the situation turn out for the better. Rather, it's always the best choice to make the best choice. Give yourself a few moments to explore these options first, prior to reacting angrily or jumping to conclusions. As soon as you start to notice your anger rising, immediately taking slow, deep breaths can help slow down your physiological response and reduce the anger from becoming more intense. As people focus more on coping with the current situation rather than simply reacting to it in the moment, they tend to notice their anger decreases much faster over time. But when they notice their anger continues to escalate faster than they can blink, that just means more practice of coping needs to take place. Just know that it's possible to gain better control over anger, and these skills have been proven to do so effectively. If promoting mental health and helping others does not increase your anger, then please press the like button. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.